Hello students, this is part 7 of chapter number 4, that is business services. In this lecture, I am going to teach you about the fire insurance, what is the meaning of fire insurance, as well as type of fire insurance policies. In the last lectures, we have learnt about the business services, their meaning, their characteristics. Then the first service that we have learned was banking, right? And the second that we are learning is insurance. Even in insurance, we have completed with the first two types, that is the life insurance policy and marine insurance policy. And today we are going to see the fire insurance policy. Okay. So first, the meaning of fire insurance policy. Like life insurance policy is on the life. The subject matter in life insurance policy is life, right? Then in marine insurance, it are the goods which are used during the sea transport, which are transported by the way of sea route. On those goods, we take marine insurance. Now, what is fire insurance? Fire insurance, as the name suggests, fire insurance means it's a protection or it's a compensation against the fire if goods are destroyed by fire. Okay, goods or property can be. So first, see the meaning. A fire insurance contract is an agreement whereby the insurer, in return for consideration, undertakes to indemnify the insured against the loss to the property due to fire. Any property which is subject to damage by fire can be insured against fire. The loss due to fire, lightning, and explosion is also covered by fire insurance. So, fire insurance contract is basically a contract and agreement between any insurance contract is a contract between the insurer and the insured. Insurer is the company who will pay the consideration and who will pay the compensation, and insured is the policy holder who will pay the consideration, that is the premium for that policy. Okay, so this fire insurance policy has been undertaken to indemnify. What is this indemnify meaning? See, in the principles of insurance, I have taught you about the principle of indemnity. What is principle of indemnity? Means to make that person in the same position which in which he was before the loss. That means, in direct sense, covering the amount of loss which occurred due to this event, right? So जिस भी कारण से वो लॉस हुआ है उसको कॉम्पनसेट करना, ताकि वो जो इंसान है, जो पॉलिसी होल्डर है, he becomes in the position as he was before the loss. Okay, so and as I have told that at that time, that principle of indemnity does not we cannot put principle of indemnity to only one policy, one type of policy, and which was this life insurance policy. लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी जब हम लेते हैं तो प्रिंसिपल ऑफ इंडेमनिटी नहीं लगता है. वाई? बिकॉज किसी इंसान के मरने की कीमत हम नहीं लगा सकते हैं. उसका जो पोटेंशियल था, उसका जो यूज़ था उसके फैमिली के लिए, वी कांट measure it in the monetary terms. Okay, so in this fire insurance policy, if any loss is there to the property or goods due to fire, then the insurance policy holder can take the fire insurance policy from the insurance company, whichever is the property. अगर उसको खतरा है कि वो जल के ख़राब हो सकती है, लॉस हो सकता है, तो उसको इंश्योर कर सकता है. So it's not only the loss due to fire, it is due to lightning, explosion. ये सब चीज़ों के कारण भी fire insurance policy can be taken by the insured. Okay, now coming to the type of insurance policy. So there are various types of fire insurance policy. The first one is valued policy. Under this policy, the value of the subject matter of insurance is agreed upon the time of making a contract. The insurer has to pay specific amount or value irrespective of amount of loss caused due to fire. Value policy is taken for those goods whose value becomes difficult to calculate in case of loss by fire. For example, policy can be taken for artwork, sculptures, paintings, etc. So what is this valued policy? As the name suggests, valued. Valued means once they have decided that value, then it is irrespective of the loss occurred due to fire, right? So जो पॉलिसी हो जब लेंगे हम, द वैल्यू ऑफ सब्जेक्ट मैटर मीन्स हम जिस भी गुड्स को हम इंश्योर कर रहे हैं, सो दिस हैज़ बीन एग्रीड एट द टाइम ऑफ टेकिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. जो भी इसकी वैल्यू है, it is agreed on by both the parties. Who are the parties? The company as well as the policy holder. They agreed upon some value, and this value has, on this value the policy has been will be taken, and the insurer, that is the insurance company, has to pay this specific amount. जो भी जैसे हम उन्होंने कीमत लगाई थी, ये 5 लाख के गुड्स हैं, इसके ऊपर फायर इंश्योरेंस. अब जब भी लॉस होता है, द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी हैज़ टू पे दैट अमाउंट इररिस्पेक्टिव कितना लॉस हुआ है, क्या इसकी कीमत इतनी है या नहीं, उससे मतलब नहीं होता है वैल्यूड पॉलिसी में. ओके, एंड व्हाई दिस वैल्यू पॉलिसी इज टेकन? बिकॉज दिस इज टेकन इन दोज गुड्स which are which are not easy to calculate their market value. And the last time also I have told you about marine insurance policy also, कि there are some goods like artwork, sculptures, paintings, जिसकी आप कीमत नहीं लगा सकते हो. अब वो तो जब बिकेगी तो पता चलता है कि उसकी कितना, मतलब एक प्राइस होता है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं उतने ही प्राइस में, उससे ज़्यादा भी जा सकती है, कभी कभी डिस्काउंट में भी दी जा सकती है. सो you cannot judge the market value of those goods. So for such goods, what the insured can do, what the policy holder can do, that policy holder can take a valued policy, and in this policy whatever is the loss, that doesn't matter. The insurance company has to pay the amount which is valued upon. Okay, now comes the second policy. Second policy is the average policy. It is a policy which contains an average clause. If the subject matter is not insured as per the exact market value, or it is undervalued, then the insurer is liable to pay that percentage of the loss for which it is insured. Okay, so here it is average cost. First we will take the example, then it will be easy to understand. If a policy is taken for rupees 1 lakh against the market value of 2 lakhs and loss incurred due to fire is rupees 50,000, then the insurance company will pay 25,000 only. Now see what has happened here. 1 lakh policy has been taken, but actually the market value of those goods were rupees 2 lakh. अगर 2 लाख के लिए वो 1 लाख का पॉलिसी ले रहे हैं, तो मतलब क्या हो गया रेशियो? It is 50% amount, or you can say 2:1, right? He is taking for the half amount, half market value. The policy has been taken by the policy holder. So now here in this case, if the policy अब 1 लाख की पॉलिसी लिए, इसका मतलब 1 लाख पे करेंगे ऐसा नहीं है, एक प्रोपोर्शन, क्योंकि पहले ही पता था कि मार्केट वैल्यू इसकी 2 लाख है, पर हम पॉलिसी ले रहे हैं 1 लाख के लिए. तो whenever there is loss, the policy amount will be paid in that proportion only, that is 50%, or you can say 2:1 ratio. So when there was a loss due to fire and it amounted to 50,000, so insurance company will pay in this 2:1 ratio, and that 50,000 का आधा होता है 25,000. So insurance company will pay only 25,000 rupees. So this is called as average policy. So what is it? It is an policy which contains an average clause. इसमें एक clause होता है जिसका हम बोलते हैं average. Average निकाला है ना उन्होंने, ratio निकाला है. If the subject matter exact market value पे आप उस पे नहीं पे ले रहे हो पॉलिसी, if the subject matter की जो value है उसके ऊपर नहीं ले रहे हो, then here the insurer is liable to pay the percentage only for the loss which is incurred, right? So only that much has to be paid. Okay, so this was the second average policy. Now coming to the third, this is what specific policy. In case of specific policy, the property is insured for a definite sum irrespective of the market value. If there is a loss, stated amount will have to be paid to the policy holder. In this policy, the actual value of the subject matter is not considered. For example, a property of rupees 1 lakh is insured for rupees 75,000 and the loss due to fire is rupees 40,000. Then the insurance company will pay 40,000 in full as compensation. So देखो नाम के हिसाब से याद रखो, वैल्यूड मतलब फर्स्ट वाली थी वैल्यूड पॉलिसी, मतलब जो वैल्यू डिसाइड हुआ है उसको वो पे करना है. कंपनी विल नॉट गो इनटू व्हाट इज द लॉस. एवरेज पॉलिसी मींस जिस एवरेज पे उन्होंने लिया था वो पॉलिसी, मार्केट वैल्यू और पॉलिसी वैल्यू का जो एवरेज था उसी हिसाब से वो पैसा पे करेगा कंपनी. अब स्पेसिफिक पॉलिसी क्या है? इट इज़ टेकन फॉर अ स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट ओनली, राइट? सो प्रॉपर्टी इज इंश्योर्ड इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ मार्केट वैल्यू. उसकी क्या वैल्यू उससे नहीं, एक स्पेसिफिक पॉलिसी ली है हमने स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट के लिए कि मुझे 5 लाख की पॉलिसी चाहिए मेरे घर के ऊपर, गुड्स के ऊपर, जो भी है, फायर इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी. तो 5 लाख के ऊपर लिए जो भी अमाउंट के लिए एक स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट रहेगा, राइट? अब उसके अंदर जितना भी अमाउंट का लॉस होता है वो पूरा आपको मिल जाएगा, ठीक है? सो इफ देयर इज अ लॉस, स्टेटेड अमाउंट इट विल हैव टू बी पेड टू द पॉलिसी होल्डर. जो भी लॉस होगा इट विल बी पेड. सो हियर एक्चुअली द यूजुअल वैल्यू ऑफ सब्जेक्ट मैटर इज नॉट कंसिडर्ड. जो उसकी क्या कीमत है वो नहीं देखी जाती है, कितने की पॉलिसी निकली उतना लॉस दिया जाएगा, राइट? जैसे कि देखिए एग्जाम्पल में बोला है 1 लाख रुपी पॉलिसी इज देयर, राइट? 1 लाख रुपये की प्रॉपर्टी है जिसका पॉलिसी उन्होंने लिया 75,000. मीन्स अगर वो पूरा भी जल जाता है प्रॉपर्टी 1 लाख रुपए का, तो भी उसने क्या बोला है कि पॉलिसी होल्डर ने कि 75,000 मिलेगा, मिल जाएगा मुझे, है ना? तो बट क्या हुआ है कि लॉस, जो फायर से लॉस हुआ है दैट इज ऑफ 40,000. तो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल स्ट्रेट अवे पे 40,000. इंश्योरेंस कंपनी 75,000 के ऊपर नहीं पे करेगी, पर अगर 40,000 का हुआ है तो 40,000 पे करेगी, 60,000 का हुआ है तो 60,000 पे करेगी, 50,000 का हुआ है तो 50,000 पे करेगी. यहाँ पे एवरेज क्लॉज की तरह दे विल नॉट कैलकुलेट द एवरेज कि 1 lakh is to 75. They are not going to calculate it like that. Whatever is the straightaway amount that will be paid. So this is called as specific policy. What, in fact, I will say suggest you people that remember the examples, because there is a little bit confusion many times in the students about इसमें भी ये मैम, इसमें भी ये. So it's better that you remember the examples for these policies. If the examples are clear, then you can write in your own words also. And there is a very slight difference in each and every policy. Okay. Now moving to the fourth one. Fourth one is floating policy. This policy can be taken for goods which are lying at different locations or godowns or warehouses. Goods lying at different locations fluctuate from time to time. It becomes difficult for the owner to take specific policy. So businessmen or traders take fluctuating policy. Such policy is taken for one sum and one premium for goods lying at different places. Now what is floating policy? Floating means which is not fixed, right? So in business what happens? Sometimes it happens that a businessman has various godowns or warehouses, right, at different place, right? So now, and the goods, what is warehouses? Where the goods are stored, or whether godowns, warehouses are the place where the produced goods, the final goods, the goods which has to be sold is stored before having the sale process, right? So when the goods are stored in different places, in different warehouses and godowns at different locations, so it is not possible for a businessman to take out the amount. वैसे भी fluctuations भी होता है, जैसे suppose हम example लेते हैं DMart का. So DMart is there in the Nahar also, DMart is there in the Powai also, DMart is there in the Kanjurmarg also, right? There are so many places. Now they are having some godowns, right? So the DMart owner can take a floating policy of all the in which all the godowns will be covered. अब किस गोडाउन में से रोज कितना माल निकल रहा है, कहाँ जा रहा है, किसको मिल रहा है, वो सब रखना थोड़ा सा इम्पॉसिबल हो जाता है when the products are like this, right? So there are various fluctuations. Fluctuations means they keep on changing. The amount keeps on changing. जैसे माल जैसे गुड्स निकलते हैं वैसे गुड्स आते भी हैं, right? So stock increases, decreases as per that. So it becomes difficult for the owner to keep a watch on what is the specific amount. इस गोडाउन में सिर्फ 50,000 के गुड्स रहेंगे, इस गोडाउन में सिर्फ 1,00,000 के गुड्स, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, राइट? कभी कम भी हो सकता है, कभी ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है. सो इन सच अ केस व्हाट विल हैपन इज the owner will take a floating policy. Now in this floating policy what happens, the policy he has to pay only one premium for one sum. Like जैसे उसने 1 करोड़ का पॉलिसी लिया है और उसका जो भी प्रीमियम है वो उसको पे कर रहा है, बट इट विल कवर ऑल हिज गोडाउन्स विच ही हैव मेंशन ड्यूरिंग द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. उसमें जो भी उसके गोडाउन्स के नाम है सब. मीन्स ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर नाहर वाले में कुछ लॉस ऑफ फायर हुआ है सो दे विल नॉट पे, और इफ पवई वाले में कुछ लॉस ऑफ फायर हुआ तो दे विल नॉट पे. In whichever godowns he has already mentioned during the contract, whichever causes fire, whichever there is loss of fire in whichever godown, whatever amount is lost or the goods are destroyed, the insurance company will pay for that. मतलब एक पॉलिसी के अंदर बहुत सारे चीज़ों को जब उसने कवर किया, बहुत सारे गोडाउन्स को उसने कवर किया, then it is called as floating policy. Okay. Next is excess policy. When the value of goods or stock fluctuates, then excess policy may be taken by insured apart from normal policy. The insured will take two policies. One policy for the amount below which the value of stock does not fall, and another policy to cover the excess value by which the price of goods fluctuate. For example, if the value of stock ranges between 1,50,000 and rupees 2,00,000, then one policy is taken for 1,50,000 and another policy for the excess amount, that is rupees 50,000. So this excess policy, excess यानी ज़्यादा, right? Excess means more, right? So whenever a policy holder cannot decide the value of its good, like 1.5 लाख से 2 लाख के बीच में होगा मेरा सामान, राइट? पर 1.5 लाख से कम नहीं है. श्योर अबाउट द लोअर पार्ट, राइट? कि इट विल बी 1,50,000. ओके, इट कांट गो बिलो 1,50,000, बट इट कैन बी मोर देन 1,50,000, but again it can't go more than 2 lakh. So he has estimated the amount that 1,50,000 to 2 lakh. So when he is not sure about this, so what, or you can say when his stock is fluctuates, then he can take what? Excess policy. Now what is this excess policy? In the same policy the two things are done. One policy is taken for the value of stock which does not fall, like he has told that 1,50,000 is my minimum point, इससे नीचे नहीं आएगा. So 1,50,000 will be taken one policy, and 2 lakh is the highest. So what is the difference between 2 lakh and 1,50,000? 50,000. This is the fluctuating amount, right? So he will take the another policy to cover the excess value and the price of this goods fluctuate. So ये जो भी fluctuate होगा इसमें, पर दोनों में difference है 50,000 का, तो वो 50,000 के लिए एक policy लेगा. Now what will happen due to this? Suppose there is loss of fire, right? Now जो गुड्स डिस्ट्रॉय हुए, उसने कहा था 1.5 लाख और 2 लाख के बीच में, सपोज 1,80,000 के होते हैं. सो 1,50,000 ही इज हैविंग अ फिक्स्ड पॉलिसी, ही विल रिसीव 1,50,000, and again he has taken an excess policy. So in this excess policy that 30,000 will be covered. Okay, so he will get the full amount whatever is the loss. Okay, so this is the excess policy in which two policies are taken. Next is the reinstatement policy. Now this is a type of policy where the insurer undertakes to replace the property or goods lost by fire. In this policy, instead of paying compensation for the property lost by fire, the property is replaced. While paying the compensation, the depreciation amount of the policy is not taken into consideration. The rate of premium is higher in reinstatement policy. Reinstatement policy. Now, what is reinstatement? Reinstatement मतलब जैसे स्टेटमेंट में था पहले वो पहले जैसा कर देना, राइट? तो इस पॉलिसी में क्या होता है कि इंश्योर मीन्स द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी undertakes to replace. He is not going to pay the money, he is not going to pay the compensation. इंश्योरेंस कंपनी कोई पैसा नहीं देगी, पर जो भी डिस्ट्रॉय हुआ है उसको वापस वो वैसा बना के देगी, राइट? या उतने गुड्स वो उतने खरीद के देगी. So what will happen is money is not received by the policy holder, but the property is replaced. उसको वो जगह वापस मिल जाए, उसको वो सामान जो उसका हुआ है वो वापस ला के देगी. So now this depreciation part is ignored. Means suppose there is a fixed asset, तो अब ये प्रॉपर्टी के लिए सपोज उसने लिया है, तो समझो 5 साल पहले लिया था और ये 4 लाख की थी ये प्रॉपर्टी. तो अब जब ये जल गई है तो कॉम्पनसेशन देते टाइम इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विल नॉट कैलकुलेट डेप्रिसिएशन. आई होप एवरीवन रिमेंबर्स डेप्रिसिएशन. डेप्रिसिएशन इज रिडक्शन इन द वैल्यू ऑफ एसेट. सो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ये नहीं बोलेगी कि जब पॉलिसी हुई थी तब तो 4 लाख क्या था ये प्रॉपर्टी, पर अब तो डेप्रिसिएशन प्रोवाइड करोगे तो 2 लाख की है, तो मैं तो सिर्फ 2 लाख रुपए ही दूंगा जो इसको रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं. सो दैट इज नॉट डन. Depreciation is ignored in this policy, and the amount for which that policy has been taken, that will be given back. Okay, so this is reinstatement, means the property is replaced, right? So the rate of premium is higher in this reinstatement policy. इसमें rate of premium जो होता है वो सबसे ज़्यादा होता है, because it gives the guarantee that whatever property is lost by fire, it will be replaced again. Okay. Next is comprehensive policy. Normally a fire insurance policy does not cover losses due to risk, riots, war, etc. However, this policy covers a lot of risk under single policy. The risk may be loss of goods due to fire, explosion, earthquake, floods, etc. Now, what is comprehensive? Comprehensive means what? एक साथ कई चीज जब होती है, right? So it is comprehensive. So normally कोई भी fire insurance policy है, it doesn't cover losses under war. मतलब अगर कोई आपका या झगड़ा हो जाता है या कोई riots मतलब कोई चोरी हो जाती है, कोई लूट के चला जाता है आपका सामान, तो वो उस केस में फायर इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी डजंट वर्क. बट इन कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पॉलिसी you can cover a lot of things under single policy. And what are those things? If there is loss of goods due to fire, explosion, earthquake, flood, इनके कारण अगर आपके goods का loss हो रहा है, then you can take a comprehensive policy. Okay. Then comes consequential loss policy. The fire insurance is originally purchased to indemnify the material loss only. The intangible interest was not indemnified. Thus, the consequential loss policy includes the loss of tangible and intangible properties. This policy provides an indemnity to the insured for loss of net profit, payment of standing charges, and expenditure in respect of increased cost of working. So, consequential, that is कोई भी सीक्वेंस का कॉन्सिक्वेंस मतलब एक चीज होती है लेकिन उसके वजह से आगे की कई चीज इफेक्ट हो जाती है, राइट? सपोज देयर इज लॉस ऑफ फायर ऑफ गुड्स, तो अब वो गुड्स जल गए, तो ऐसा तो है नहीं कि आज के आज प्रोड्यूस होंगे, नहीं, पैसा मिलेगा, गुड्स प्रोड्यूस होंगे, जितना भी आपका डिले हुआ है प्रोडक्शन में मतलब उसको उतना एक्स्ट्रा टाइम लगेगा, फिर आपको उसको कस्टमर तक पहुंचाने, जिसके कारण ये जो 3-4 महीने एक्स्ट्रा लग जाएंगे उसमें आपका नेट प्रॉफिट नहीं होगा, वो आपका प्रॉफिट कम हो जाएगा, तो वो भी अगेन एक लॉस है. पर एक्सपेंडिचर तो बढ़ ही रहा है, एक्सपेंडिचर तो आपको करना ही पड़ रहा है, तो वो जो एक्स्ट्रा एक्सपेंडिचर है वो भी बढ़ जाएगा, राइट? सी अभी तक जो हमने पॉलिसी देखी, इन दोज पॉलिसी what is loss, the company is paying that, right? But in this policy, in the speciality of this policy is the loss will be paid, but this is tangible. Tangible मतलब जो आप देख सकते हो, भाई मेरे 1.5 लाख के गुड्स जल गए, So that you can see that the loss is there due to loss of fire. 1,50,000 goods has been lost. So that is the tangible. But what is intangible? Intangible means because of this loss of fire, what you have to suffer in your profit, in your expenditure, in your increased cost of working. तो ये सब आप ये जो होना पड़े, ये जो एक्स्ट्रा हुआ है, ये लॉस अगर नहीं होता तो सब स्मूथ चलता था, पर हुआ है लॉस, तो यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन दीज थिंग्स ऑल्सो. सो दीज आर समथिंग इनटेंजिबल जो आप देख नहीं सकते हो, बट आपको पता है ये सब होगा, ये होता है बिजनेस में. सो दिस इज अ पॉलिसी which will cover both of this, right? What tangible as well as intangible. So if a policy holder takes this policy, so what the insurance company will do, it will indemnify the insured for loss of net profit, payment of standing, दोनों चीज़ जो लॉस हुआ है वो भी, प्लस ये जो आगे होने वाला लॉस है वो उसके लिए भी, दोनों चीज़ों के लिए वो कवर करता है. इट इज टेंजिबल एंड इनटेंजिबल. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट? स्प्रिंकलर लीकेज पॉलिसी. व्हाट इज स्प्रिंकलर? इफ यू नो, is used in irrigation facilities, right? Sprinklers वो होते हैं जो, it's a small fountain like thing, you must have learned in स्प्रिंग जो खेती में या गार्डन्स में, इनफैक्ट इन सोसाइटीज ऑल्सो नाउअडेज, माली का काम कम करने के लिए सोसाइटी, इवन इन आवर सोसाइटी ऑल्सो देर आर स्प्रिंकलर्स इन गार्डन्स, राइट? सो एक छोटा सा ऐसा फुवारा जैसा होता है, फाउंटेन जैसा होता है, उसको ऑन करो तो वो अलग अलग ऐसे दूर दूर पे लगा देते हैं, तो उससे ऑन करने से पानी से पूरा ग्रास अपने आप गीला हो जाता है, उसको अपने आप पानी मिल जाता है. सो नो वन हैज़ टू take a pipe or give water to those grass or plants, right? So sprinkler is used in this irrigation facilities. Now what happens is, this policy is for sprinkler leakage. Now see, what is this? Sprinkler leakage policy covers damage to the property caused by an automatic sprinkler system that has leaked or discharged water accidentally rather than in response to fire and smoke. However, the discharge or leakage of water due to heat caused by fire, repair or alteration of building, earthquake, war, explosion are not covered by this policy. Now, this policy comes under the fire insurance because whenever the sprinkler get accidentally leakage हो जाता है, इसमें लीकेज यानी वो बंद ही नहीं हो रहा है या पानी उसमें से निकलता ही जा रहा है, तो ये हीट प्रोड्यूस होने से या ये पानी निकलने से क्या हो सकता है कि कई बार फायर और स्मोक भी आ सकता है, वहाँ पे ऐसे कुछ जलने की स्मेल आ सकती है, फायर हो सकती है. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज covered under this fire insurance policy, the sprinkler leakage policy. So in this policy, what happens? Whenever there are automatic sprinkler system and there is a leakage due to or discharge of water, right, due to some accident, right, then these policy can be taken. अगर आपके यहाँ स्प्रिंकलर आप यूज़ कर रहे हो अपने बिजनेस में और आपको डर है कि कई बार एक्सीडेंटली ऐसा हो सकता है, then you can take this sprinkler leakage policy. However, this policy will not cover heat caused by fire. मतलब आग के कारण जो हो गया है वो नहीं कवर करेगा. उसको आपको स्प्रिंकलर को कुछ रिपेयर कराना है, अल्ट्रेशन कराना है, बिल्डिंग में अर्थक्वेक के कारण कुछ हुआ, वॉर एक्सप्लोजन, ये सब इसमें नहीं इंक्लूड होगा. ये सिर्फ काहे के लिए इंक्लूड है? इफ़ देर इज लीकेज इन दी स्प्रिंकलर, ओनली देन इट विल बी, एंड दैट इज एक्सीडेंटली. अगर एक्सीडेंट से होता है वो तो, और उसके कारण नुकसान हुआ तो वो कवर करेगा इस पॉलिसी में. सो दिस विल कवर ओनली दिस मच, बट दिस रिपेयर अल्ट्रेशन के काम के कारण इसमें कुछ हुआ है तो उससे को वो कवर नहीं करेगा. So these are the 9 types of fire insurance policy. Okay. Now see students, in insurance policy for our 12th standard syllabus, they have given us only 3, that is the life insurance policy, marine insurance policy and fire insurance policy. Just to know, they have also given, as I have told you already, that whatever is given into just to know box, it is just for your general information, not for your syllabus, right? So some insurance policy also provide other insurance such as car insurance, आपके vehicles पे insurance होता है, Then they also provide you with health insurance, that is the medical insurance we call. Then there is crop insurance in agriculture. It is most popular. Crop खेती के लिए जो insurance लेते हैं. Then comes the travel insurance if you are traveling in India or outside India, right? Or suppose some student is traveling, so there is some travel insurance. Then there is home insurance, right? आप अपने घर के ऊपर insurance ले सकते हो. Then next is what? Cattle insurance. Cattle means when in the agriculture the cattle are used, or people who are doing the business which are related to cattle rearing and all, they can take such insurance, right? So these are some other insurance, but as per our syllabus we have to focus only the life insurance policy, marine insurance policy and fire insurance policy. Okay, and all the types, it will be better if you remember the examples, so it will be easy, because sometimes some policies are really confusing. So it is better to remember the examples and then by heart the name of these policies. Okay, so today I'm going to stop it here. From next lecture we will start with the next business service, that is transport. Okay, thank you.